Did you know that something as innocent as chewing gum could land you in jail? Or that collecting rainwater on your own property could get you fined thousands of dollars? What about the fact that there's literally a place on Earth where dying is illegal? Today we're counting down 12 completely normal, everyday things that are surprisingly illegal in other countries around the world. Number 12. Kinder Surprise eggs. Starting off our list with something that might shock American viewers. Those delicious chocolate eggs with toys inside that kids around the world go crazy for? Yeah, they're completely illegal in the United States, and have been since 1938. The FDA has a strict rule prohibiting any candy that contains non-food objects inside, citing choking hazards. Get caught trying to smuggle these innocent-looking chocolate treats across the border, and you could face fines of up to $2,500 per egg. That's right, a single chocolate egg could cost you more than most people's monthly rent. The funny thing is, Americans visiting Canada often treat these like contraband, stuffing their suitcases full of Kinder eggs like they're smuggling diamonds. All for a chocolate egg that costs about $1. Number 11. Chewing gum. Moving on to something that literally everyone has in their mouth at some point during the day. In Singapore, the sale of chewing gum has been completely illegal since 1992. This isn't some old forgotten law either. They actively enforce this thing. The reason? Well, it turns out that people were sticking used gum everywhere. Subway door sensors, inside lock cylinders, on elevator buttons, basically anywhere you can imagine. The cleanup costs became astronomical, and the government decided enough was enough. Get caught selling chewing gum in Singapore, and you're looking at fines up to 100,000 Singapore dollars and possible jail time. The only exception? Therapeutic gum. But you need a prescription from a doctor to get it. Imagine explaining to your dentist that you need a prescription for Trident. Number 10. Baby walkers. Here's one that might surprise parents around the world. Those little wheeled contraptions that help babies learn to walk? Canada has banned them completely since 2004, making it the only country in the world with a total prohibition. The reasoning actually makes sense from a safety standpoint. Studies showed that baby walkers increase the risk of falls and can actually delay a child's natural walking development. But here's where it gets serious. Selling or even advertising baby walkers in Canada can result in fines up to 100,000 Canadian dollars. So if you're a Canadian parent visiting the United States and you see baby walkers in stores, resist the urge to bring one home. That innocent-looking piece of baby equipment could cost you more than a luxury car. Number 9. Blue jeans. Now we're getting into the really bizarre territory. In North Korea, Western-style denim jeans are completely prohibited. The government sees them as a symbol of American imperialism and cultural influence that threatens their society. Getting caught wearing blue jeans in North Korea isn't just a fine situation. We're talking about potential imprisonment in labor camps. The state has approved clothing styles, and anything that resembles Western fashion is strictly forbidden. It's wild to think that something as basic as the pants most of us are probably wearing right now could land you in a North Korean prison camp. Makes you appreciate the freedom to wear whatever you want, doesn't it? Number 8. Flip-flops and sandals. Here's some irony for you. On the beautiful Mediterranean island of Capri, where you'd expect everyone to be wearing beach footwear, flip-flops and noisy sandals are banned in certain areas of the island. The reason? That distinctive slapping sound they make when you walk disturbs the peace and tranquility that the island is known for. Get caught wearing flip-flops in the wrong area, and you could face fines up to 500 euros. Picture this. You're on vacation in one of the most beautiful places in Italy. You're wearing the most logical footwear for a coastal destination, and suddenly you're getting a ticket that costs more than your hotel room. Talk about a vacation ruiner. Number 7. Flushing toilets. After 10 p.m., Switzerland takes their noise pollution laws extremely seriously, and in some apartment buildings, flushing the toilet after 10 p.m. is actually prohibited by building regulations. The Swiss prioritize peace and quiet above almost everything else, and apparently the sound of a toilet flushing is considered too disruptive for nighttime hours. Violate this rule repeatedly, and you could face eviction or hefty fines from your landlord. Imagine having to hold it all night because you're afraid of getting kicked out of your apartment. It gives a whole new meaning to the phrase, "when nature calls." Number 6. Dancing in nightclubs after midnight. Until 2015, dancing in Japanese nightclubs after midnight was completely illegal, thanks to an outdated 1948 law that was originally designed to control prostitution. While the law has been relaxed somewhat, dancing is still heavily regulated in many areas. Club owners who allowed dancing after midnight faced closures and massive fines. The absurdity of this law meant that people could drink alcohol all night long, but the moment they started moving to the music, they were breaking the law. Even today, many clubs operate under strict regulations about when and how people can dance. It's hard to imagine a nightclub where the DJ has to announce, "Okay, everyone stop dancing, it's midnight." Number 5. Winnie the Pooh. This one is almost too ridiculous to believe, but it's absolutely true. Images and references to Winnie the Pooh are banned on Chinese social media platforms. Why would a government ban a beloved children's character? Internet memes comparing President Xi Jinping to the honey-loving bear became so popular that the government decided to crack down. Now, posting Winnie the Pooh content can result in your posts being removed and your social media accounts being suspended. Think about that for a second. A cartoon character that teaches children about friendship and kindness is considered a political threat. Christopher Robin would be so confused. Number 4. Collecting rainwater. Here's one that will blow your mind. In parts of Colorado, Utah, and several other western states, collecting rainwater on your own property is illegal. The reasoning comes down to water rights laws. The rain falling from the sky is considered property of the state, not the person who owns the land it falls on. Get caught collecting rainwater, and you could face fines and legal action. Let that sink in for a moment. You can't collect water that literally falls from the sky onto your own property. It's like the government owns the weather itself. Number 3. Reincarnation without permission. We've reached peak absurdity here. In Tibet, which is controlled by China, Buddhist monks need government approval to reincarnate after they die. The Chinese government created this law to control Tibetan Buddhism and specifically to prevent the recognition of a new Dalai Lama without their approval. Any unauthorized reincarnations are considered illegal. Just think about the bureaucracy involved here. There's literally a government office somewhere with a desk labeled reincarnation permits. They're trying to regulate the afterlife with paperwork. Number 2. Being overweight. Japan takes public health seriously, and their Metabo law requires citizens aged 40 to 74 to have their waist measurements taken during annual checkups. Men with waists over 33.5 inches and women over 35.4 inches face mandatory intervention programs. But here's where it gets really interesting. If too many citizens in a company or local government area are overweight, those organizations face hefty fines. So your waistline isn't just your problem. It's literally everyone else's problem too. Imagine getting called into HR because your belt size is affecting the company's bottom line. Sorry, Johnson, we're going to need you to lose some weight or we're all getting fined. Number 1. Dying. And here we have the most absurd law on our entire list. In the Arctic town of Longyearbyen, Norway, dying is illegal. Yes, you heard that right. It is against the law to die. The reason actually makes sense when you understand the environment. Bodies don't decompose in the permafrost, which creates serious health hazards. The town's cemetery hasn't accepted new burials since the 1950s because the bodies from that era are still perfectly preserved. So what happens if you're terminally ill in Longyearbyen? You get flown to mainland Norway. The town has literally made dying someone else's problem. It's the ultimate not in my backyard situation. And there you have it. 12 completely normal things that could get you in serious trouble depending on where you are in the world. From chocolate eggs to toilet flushing, hey, it turns out that normal is relative when you're dealing with international law. Which one of these shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you know any weird laws from your country that we missed, drop those in the comments too. I see, we might just make a part 2. If this video opened your eyes to how bizarre the world can be, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more mind-blowing content, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads. Thanks for watching, and remember, next time you're traveling, maybe do a quick Google search about local laws before you pack your flip-flops and chewing gum. You never know what completely normal thing might land you in hot water. We'll see you in the next one.